She was going to get a 0 and found out she had another shot at it. She actually over-rotated over the horse, but still got good push-off. You can see right here where she just about misses the horse on the back side, but does get her fingertips on, enough to really get a good push. Little off-center on that landing.
But a big smile from her, certainly after the debacle at Nationals where she balked on the first 3 and then was walking away, and the judges said, hey, wait, you have a 4th chance. She didn't think she did. Came back and did manage to get a respectable score, and obviously that qualified her to be here this evening.
It was a new rule change because according to the old rules, she would have gotten a 0. She was done.
Well, she's glad to have this first vault under her belt. You can see the score for the first vault.
Now we go with vault number 2.
She's finishing up a tremendous competition here. She came on really strong in the compulsories, and she's held it throughout.
The lady she's chasing, Christy Henrich, is going to compete on the floor exercise. We'll see her later on. Second vault for Wendy Bruce.
Good speed on the run. Nice position. A little short. She opened up, tried to show that flare in the position, and was going for a stick.
But still, she's happy from the first vault, I'm sure. Coached by Kevin and Rita Brown. You're looking at Kevin there.
Short conference going
Altamont Springs in Florida.
I actually liked the vault better in the air because she showed a much prettier position after the twist. Watch this. Flares out, arms go out to the side. She was going for the stick, but opened up a little bit too much. Another good angle to see this vault. The lift up off the horse. So crucial to that vault.
Wendy Bruce, by the way, scored 9.7 on her second vault.
Cheryl Dundas is ready to compete. She's going to do the first of her 2 vaults. This is a strong event for her as well. At the U.S. Classics in Texas, she bronzed on this apparatus.
She's performing a round-off layout vault, and it's only scored from a 9.7, so she really has to strive to make it absolutely perfect to try and get a high score. She had good position onto the horse. I would have liked to have seen the laid out position a little longer, a little more extended. She piked down, which actually caused the hop at the end. See, watch here. She pikes in, then opens up very briefly, but then pikes down again. Not severely, but to really try and get that high score, she's got to lay it out all the way through the vault. And of course, not take that step.
Score for Cheryl Dundas, 9.337. We're now ready with vault number 2.
Cheryl Dundas is now ready to perform her second vault. You saw the first score. 9.3.
All right, better vault for her. Good landing. It's actually a little bit better than the first one, even in the air. Overall, just a better vault.
Congratulations by Jim Jarrett to Cheryl Dundas.
Good position on the horse. Nice flared opening. See how she held the layout a little bit longer. It makes it look so much better, and the landing was perfect.
Recapping the scores, Jenny Esther with a 9.1 on Florex. Wendy Bruce on her first vault had the better score, 9.775. And Cheryl Dundas, the second vault was better with a 9.475. State University campus for the team trial selections. And the last event is the floor exercise, and one of the final competitors that you're about to see is Kim Kelly. And what a tremendous comeback this has been, from 13th at Nationals to currently 5th position.
Both she and Shelley Stack have probably made the moves of the competition. Opens with a full twisting double bat. A little bit low on the landing, but no steps out of it. She actually had an injury the first part of the week. It hurt her back. They took her to the doctor, and she's worked out light all week long. Hasn't seemed to have bothered her. Full and a half twist, through to a double twist.
Coached by Bill and Donna Strauss, competes for Parkettes in Pennsylvania. High school junior.
It's her gymnastics series, 3 leaps in a row. Building up toward the end of the routine. Getting a little bit of rest before your last tumbling run. Finishes with a double tuck. The landings have all been so good. A little bit low on the rotation. But she's not giving away any deductions on the landing. And I think she's just made that team. Saw our coaches in the background giving each other a hug.
Scored 8.875. We have another floor exercise to go, and therefore
this is her middle tumbling run, a full and a half twist step out through to a double twist. It's a nice combination.
On to our final competitor before the award ceremonies. And by the way, while the computers are checking,
Take a look at the last tumbling run. She's very good at pulling those tucks around and just nailing the landing.
16-year-old Kim Kelly.
Tremendous comeback from 13th. Now presently sitting in 5th, and this can't hurt her.
What a great experience this would be for her.
Good confidence booster going over to Europe to compete against the world's best.
Well, just put your own mindset in it. If you had finished 13th at Nationals coming into this event, would you realistically think you had a chance?
Well, I had a pretty tough job ahead of me at Olympic trials in '84. I almost didn't make that team. Went out on my first event and actually scored in the 7s, and didn't think it was mathematically possible. So I've seen climbs like that all through the years. Marcia Fredericks back in '79 came back to make the team, and it's always fun to watch. Good competitive spirit.
Always adds to the drama. And now you're looking at Christy Henrich, our leader after 3 rotations. She's ready to compete on the floor. What is putting pressure on her is the fact that Wendy Bruce, the lady who's currently in 2nd place, did so well on the vault. She wants to finish first, albeit not factoring in the Brandy Johnson situation.
Of all the gymnasts here, she probably has the best facial expression. She really gets into the music and performs. Many of the others, they just do the routine. They do it well, but she performs it, and this is something all the others really need to work on. Very low on that landing, but pulls it out.
Well, we saw her with that in the warm-ups, and she didn't look real strong in the warm-ups.
I think she could be a little bit tired. She came in early, started warming up long before anybody else, stayed at the end of the compulsories yesterday, and worked out. That was a completely blown pass. Yes. We'll have to look again at that at the replay and see exactly what happened.
You can see her blink her eyes.
It was a major mistake, but it shouldn't jeopardize her position on the team. She's had such a tremendous competition. It's a shame to end like this.
Let's see how she can do her dismount.
Well, she's supposed to do a double back. Pulls it around. There.
Get home.
Like I said, she just looks tired. I honestly thought, and probably would have done so myself, opted to do a double twist. Not done the most difficult tumbling man.
She's blinking and shaking her head. She does not look right. She's fighting back certainly the emotions of it.
It's a tough way to end a great competition for her, though.
Now, she's the one who had a broken vertebrae in her back.
Now, let's see exactly what happened. This is the first tumbling run, and she really worked for this one. She did a whip over through to a double back. And when you start out this week in a floor exercise, it would be like starting out to run a half a mile and dying in the first quarter. of the race. It's really tough. She does a front handspring, front with a full twist, step out. Did not have enough power here. And that was not what she planned to do at all. Exactly.
That's what concerned me. She snapped her head. And then she blinked. Now watch her face here. She comes up after she snaps her head down.
Yeah.
You see her hit the deck. Now watch, she'll come up and she'll blink. Watch it right here. She's blinking it off. She is dazed.
Well, I know exactly why she's blinking. She usually does a double back there. And whether she realized she was stopping herself, she did the right thing. She didn't pull for a double back.
So Christy's upset with her performance while the trainers look at her neck. This is just her second meet since she fractured that cervical vertebrae. But right now, let's take a look at the scores. First for Kim Kelly on the floor exercise event, 9.537. And for Christy Henrich on the floor, 8.437. When we come back, we'll recap the scoring, and Kathy will interview the winner. Herself back into the lead with this 9.775 on her last event, the vault. She overtook Christy Henrich for the lead. Wendy Bruce is now standing by with our Kathy Johnson.
First of all, Wendy, congratulations on making the World Championship team. In spite of the one fall, do you think this was the best competition you've had?
Yes, I've got really stronger in compulsories, so my compulsories were a lot better, and I was solid on my optionals, so my optionals was good.
What do you think this is going to mean going into the World Championships?
Well, it places me high on the team, so when they pick the order of the events, Mr. Brown has, pretty much control on where he wants me to go.
Everyone knows your teammate wasn't here with you. Did that make a difference in your performance today?
We all wish she could be here, but mostly we just think about ourselves and what we have to do. So, we all wish she was here.
Well, congratulations again, and good luck at the World Championships. Okay, back to you, Leandra.
Now let's meet the World Championship team. Brandy Johnson, by virtue of her performance at Nationals back in July, has actually qualified first. They carried over her all-around score of 77 points. Wendy Bruce, the winner today, qualifies second with a 75.54 all-around total. Christy Henrich of Great American Gymnastics qualified third.
After Christy's mishap on floor, she was suffering from muscle spasms in her neck. So as a precaution, since she had recently had a neck injury, they took her in for x-rays. Let's hope everything checks out okay.
Sandy Woolsey qualified fourth, her all-around total 75.31.
With the support of her home crowd, she came up with some of the highest scores in the meet to maintain her position on the team.
Shelley Stack finished fifth. Great job for Shelley, as well as number 6, Kim Kelly.
Yes, she's back to her Olympic form, having no major breaks in this competition. And like Shelley, Kim Kelly hit 8 out of 8 routines here and moved up from 13th place.
Jenny Esther finished in the 7th position. Her all-around score, 74 points.
And she's one of the most promising young gymnasts on the horizon today. Few problems, but managed to stay in there.
And Cheryl Dundas is our final qualifier, finishing 8th. She's headed to Stuttgart. Now let's take a look at the entire team that is headed to Stuttgart, West Germany. We wish them the best of luck. They did a fine job here, and we have confidence they'll do a fine job over there. And right now, we're going to let you meet the competitors that you didn't get to see. But here's how they finished. Their presence here, though, was inspirational as they forced the top 8 gymnasts to do their very best. Once again, our congratulations to Wendy Bruce, winner of this day's competition. I'd like to thank you, Kathy Johnson. It was a pleasure working with you. On behalf of the staff here at Arizona State University, thank you very much for all your help. I'm Leandra Riley. So long, everyone.